Yo, 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 yo.
What up, Vancity? Stand up.
Woo! We got the greatness in the building.
Hey,
What's up,
hey,
family? What up, family?
Thank you. Thank you for pulling up.
chill.
Let me invite some people up in here to
We gotta hit
join
the
us.
No
Let
doubt.
let me get
yo.
some peeps in here.
Bring
See
up
if
the number on this, yo. We gotta talk some talk.
I lie.
For real.
So how was your New Year's, DJ Denise?
Oh, super chill, super, relaxed. Oh, who knows Jay Herd 92? He wants to join too. Does
Oh,
anybody know?
word. See,
Well, we'll come back to you in a minute, Jay Herd. We're gonna chat to DJ 151 real fast.
yes, sir. Nah, for sure. We gonna pull him in.
Okay, fire, fire, fire.
But yeah, we wanna talk to the brother here. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
OG in the scene, Vancity. He could bring more stories.
Hey, oye, Pablito, ¿cómo está?
What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? I gotta join myself. Hold up.
I don't know how to invite more people. It just gives you like it gives you
Oh yeah,
suggestions, I think. But
yeah.
I don't know like
Oh, when you
I don't
press
know
the
how this
little,
works.
no, you gotta press the little paper airplane,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and then
it doesn't say it gives you like suggestions, but it doesn't give you like your whole list.
oh,
So
there's a
I'm
search
gonna
thing.
invite everybody just to like
That's facts though.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
I You know
One of
what
my
sucks is when it brings up somebody that's not alive anymore. That's
oh
Oh, that's fucked.
that
that's
one
not
that
good.
was the worst
Okay, I'll tell you a quick story about that because I don't know if you guys know who Ganja K is.
Yeah.
Let me know, brother. Let me know.
Ganja K, he's like he's a rapper slash I guess maybe reggae artist from California, and
Oh,
he
okay.
had this one song called "Got My Mind Trippin'." It
Yeah.
was from I think it was from the soundtrack High School High or something like that. I can't remember.
Yo, I think I remember this track somehow.
Dude, this track is so fire. It hypes you like crazy. And we couldn't find it on Spotify and we played it off of YouTube and then we're playing it and then I was trying to tag Ganja K in it and I did. And then I went to his Instagram just to follow him and stuff
What?
and
Yeah.
then realized that he passed away.
Oh,
Ah, man.
Like literally, but like 3 or 4 years ago, and I was like, "Oh man!" So
Man.
it's whack. Like even on Facebook and shit, like when people show up that aren't with us anymore,
yeah.
man, it's whack. But
Yeah.
that's just life, I
I
guess.
know, man. Speaking of which, man, there's just been so much tragedy, so many legends just passing recently. It's crazy. Like,
Yep.
man, even Bob Saget, bro. I was like, man,
Oh,
Bob.
Ooh,
R.I.P. to the
I
legend.
was
Yeah.
like, all right. I was like, you left us, Bob. Ah, man.
Man.
I don't know what
I
happened
wouldn't even have knew
with
about.
Danny Tanner.
Huh?
Danny Tanner,
Yo.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yo.
chew your food 12 times before you swallow it.
Oh, seriously? Is that what happened?
No,
You know,
he used to be super
I know.
anal and shit. He had like he was
Yo.
dope. Like he was like harsh OCD on the TV show, like super clean, Mister. Yeah,
Yeah.
make sure you brush your every tooth like 30 rotations and shit. Like I don't know, fuck.
No facts. That's why it was mad funny to see him in Half Baked.
Yeah, and then like his stand-up comedy, he wasn't like your typical dad. He was like the complete opposite. He was like a hood comedian, like just straight
What did he
cussing.
say exactly though? He's like, yo, weed's not a drug. He's like, you ever suck dick for weed?
Come with
Oh,
the raunchy shit.
nah, that show was fire. Like, yo,
Yo,
the most funniest comedians just have no filter.
for real.
Yeah,
Word,
Lots of
word.
the even Dave Chappelle did a tribute to Bob Saget too. I saw. Did you see that one?
Yo, Chappelle's
recently.
the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave,
I have to take
crazy.
that in though.
Yeah, it's
I didn't get
crazy.
a chance yet.
Yo,
Well,
man, but DJ 151, we gotta get your bio, man, because you have been a pillar in the hip hop game. Because so
Yo,
many,
right?
yes,
Okay, I want to hear. I want to hear because
Okay.
I'm new. I'm new to
I'm
you.
just gonna
You
do.
know.
I'm gonna show Chief. I'll
Oh,
show you. That's like those are the artists that I work with. That's Lil Jon,
oh.
E40, Warren G,
Sick.
Too Short, Ice T, Dub C, The Game,
Woo!
Jeez.
Drew Hill,
Oh shit!
We got a ringer.
Dogtown,
We got a ringer on today's
Yeah,
episode of the
bring
Ben
it
Burrow
West
Show,
Coast.
ladies and
Cypress
gentlemen.
Hill,
Oh,
Mr. Cheeks from Lost Boys.
what?
But those are
Hey,
like
hey,
my
he's actually a really nice brother. I met him.
yeah.
He was
He is.
mad cool. Like
He,
him and
I got I got to DJ his birthday. He had his birthday, and while he was performing here, so
Mm.
like,
where
funny story is like he had a song called Friday Night, and
yeah.
it's one of my favorite Mr. Cheeks songs, and it wasn't on his set list. And I'm like, yo, I go, you're not gonna perform that track? And he's like, no, I've never really performed that track. And then he ended up doing it,
Sick.
Word.
and since he hadn't performed it, like, so he was kind of like
He
missing
was the
some of his
words.
lyrics and stuff,
He
right?
didn't know half of the song.
Right. I
I'm
had a
guilty.
mic.
Don't worry. I know the same
So
thing.
I had a live mic. So I was like backup MC DJ,
Sick.
filling in like one, two
He's like
words
filling in.
wherever.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
lit. So you perform with. So you perform with Mr. Cheeks is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
It was. I've always had like, luckily, when you DJ shows and shit, like you always have a live mic regardless. So if they don't have a backup MC, sometimes I just, back then if I had enough
Yes, sir.
alcohol in me, I would just take the mic and just fucking hype the shit out of it. Either I get one of these
Word.
or I get one of these.
See, I need DJs like that when I'm performing because I don't want the guy just like introduces you and then all of a sudden you never hear from them ever again.
Oh no.
No, I like the DJ was like, yo, Recca, tell him, let him know, like some real live shit.
Yo, keep the crowd.
It's about the show, man. You got to give the best performance possible, and especially if you're
Fact.
if you know how to, if you've been performing and you know that, like some MCs, they're by themselves, and and they got to take breaths and they got to do this and they got to, you need sometimes, it's good to have some support,
Hey.
Big
but
up, Master Inferno. No, bro, I'm a big dude, eh? So when I'm performing, the one thing I know is that you need to take breaths.
For
Like,
real.
I always say this shit, but then you know what? The person who trains me to be an artist is like, that can't be your excuse, bro. Like, you don't need a hype man. Like, yeah, he's like, yo, I might feel like I need a hype man, but he's like, yo, you just got to get your performance game. Like, do the exercises.
Mm-hmm.
Like he taught me about. He taught me about like doing rapping and doing wall sits or rapping and fucking doing planks. Like, yo, you're after like in mid workout, you're like planks and you're doing 3 songs, 4
dude,
songs, 5.
it's cardio, man. It's cardio.
Yep.
And like you got it. Like if you, especially with old school rappers when they're all about the bars,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm good homies with my friend Big Omeezy. He's from the Bay Area and he's E40's backup MC on stage. And E40 spits like thousands of syllables in a song.
Yeah. And he's a big dude.
And Omeezy's always like, he's on point. He knows when 40's gonna take a breath and he jumps in there and and thickens up the vocals. It's necessary, man. I mean, maybe new school, maybe not so much. I don't know, but there's a lot of. But like when you got people that are rocking bars, the only person that I've seen, and this goes down as one of the best live hip hop performances I've seen, it was when Nas did. He performed on like Jimmy Fallon quite a few years back.
Yeah.
And it was like it was just before the Super Bowl, and he did his song called "Nasty," and he had the Roots. The Roots were playing live behind him.
The drums and shit. Yeah, sick.
Dude, you got to look it up. It's on YouTube. If you And fuck, man, like Nas just killed it. No backup MC, no nothing. Mic presence, like you know that guy's just like he's the professional's professional, you know?
Yo, you know what's funny though? It's fucked up because I've seen Nas perform too in the heights, and we went to SoCal, High Time SoCal, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And Nas was fucking up that whole time. I was like, I felt it made me feel not half bad for missing a 1-2 word during my performance at some point.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe
But
maybe because that was just like one song and
maybe
it
he
was
was
like
lit. Maybe he
it
was
was
like
yeah, exactly.
we
That's
were
the
at high
thing.
times. We were at
Yeah.
high times, so he might
Yeah.
have been
I
smoking shatter and fucking yeah, 220 on the beat. What up, man?
Yo.
Um
I
he
was
might have been
watching
smoking shatter or some shit, but
the E40 and Too Short verses, and E40 was just he was straight lit halfway through the thing, and you know he just started dancing and just not even rhyming. He was just letting the shit play. if
yeah,
yo, if you just want to have a good time and the crowd's fucking feeling it, you know, like it's all good.
For real, for
you
real.
just
Just
gotta
like
get lit.
Yeah.
To AZ, yeah, big up AZ, man. AZ and Nas are one of my favorite combinations. You know,
Shout out to the
you know
stunt
who,
man.
you know who's the person I saw live perform the best in my life?
who?
Tech 9.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
No,
yeah.
yo, his fucking bro, he's like, and this is old Tech 9, so I can only imagine young Tech 9. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, bro,
Yeah.
the man, for one, you already know how he spits. He spits like ultra quick and aggressive.
Yeah.
So spitting fast will win you. Spitting aggressive will win you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yo, he
He's
was
not
doing both of them
like
for 40 minutes straight.
every word comes out crispy. He's
mhm.
like he's like he's he's like the MC's MC.
Bro.
You
And he
know,
does it all
I'm not gonna say that.
independently.
I'm gonna say we're gonna talk about a DJ, and I'll be like, yo, that's the DJ's DJ right there.
Mhm.
Other than DJ Denise,
Hey!
Hey,
Oh, wait,
where's
yes,
where's the
brother. So,
horns at?
yo, brother, yo,
for
you
real.
Yeah,
telling us about so yeah, that this is some of your in the industry wall. Shout out to the industry wall.
Secret.
I fucks with that. That shit's dope.
Mhm.
So DJ 151, right? Van
Yeah.
yeah,
City. So you're always from Van? You grew up in Van?
yeah. Born in Vancouver. I the whole thing started. I was a drummer. I was playing the drums. Grew up
Yeah.
on the whole Michael
Fits.
Jackson, heavy metal, little bit of Run DMC and Fat Boys, and
Yeah.
uh, then I saw the movie Juice, and then I was like, "Yo, I need to fucking DJ more," because I was kind of fucking with DJing a little bit, and then
Oh.
I got I was just using the home turntables, got a small mixer from Radio Shack, and just started fucking around, started doing house parties, started just like every other DJ, you start doing the house parties, the school parties, and then after that, then I started DJing. I got in, and I had my high school DJ name was JMJ, right?
Same.
So, because my name's Junior, so it was just like Jam Master Junior. And then when I got, I started getting gigs outside and like in public, I had to
Yeah.
change my name. So then we just changed it to 151 because I have no idea. My OG my
Because of the
OG rapper
Bacardi. Let's
my
just be
OG
honest. The
rapper's
Bacardi,
name
huh?
was his name is Vic Vodka. So I'm like, okay, well I'm his DJ. I was a DJ in a rap group, and I was like, okay, I can go with the alcohol theme. So I went with 151 overproof. Too long. It looked way long on the flyer, so I cut the overproof off and just made it 151.
Oh man,
And then
that would
and
have been
then
a
that's it,
hard
man.
Instagram tag.
For real, right?
And then we just started going, fuck, man, just started doing a lot of underground nights, a lot of all the underground hip hop clubs in downtown for like 3, 4 years, 5 years, and then broke into the mainstream. And I was still doing shows with the rap group, with my old rap group, CIA. And then they started, we had another OG that funded a record label. And ended up doing songs with some big time old school cats like fuck Spice One and Ice T and Yuck Mouth and all these rappers. Be Legit, and then yeah, it just kept on progressing, man. It was like a 20-year grind, you know, to get comfortable.
And you were
Word.
producing some music.
That's up, bro.
Yeah, and then about like 6-7 years ago, I started getting into production, and then I put out 5 albums, and I got so I did my first one in 2015, then 16. I had I did it with I had some like Dub C from West Side Connection, Razcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just see these. As soon as you say Dub C or West Side Connection, I just see the hands come
Dub C is the nicest human being you'll ever meet in your life.
I bet.
And so intimidating, but like he came. I did a show and I invited him down here a few times actually. So he came over to my house, and first thing he said was, "Yo, where your mom's at? I want to say hi to your mom's," right? Because she made a spread. She made like a spread, like she made food for him the first time he came. So he came, he hung out in the studio, and we just like a very, very, very nice man, a great father. His son's probably going to be a big time football player. He does acting coaching. He did acting coaching for Straight Outta Compton. He taught all those guys how to be hood, all the actors that were playing NWA. So a lot of those guys were professional actors and did not know how to play.
That's why they.
Yeah, one of those guys was from England, and so think about it, right? So.
Yeah,
yo, that always trips me out when you find out one of the characters from one of those movies was like mad British, like after they've been talking like. No, what was the Cali accent? Yeah, you know, we out here doing our thing. You know, up on, Crenshaw. You know what I mean? Yo, brace yourself, fool. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, you hear them in their interview, and they're like, they sound like Hermione from Gryffindor.
Yeah. No, he told me he was like, "Yo, I had to teach those." He's like, "I had to teach those boys swagger." But yeah, man. So I've been doing now. I'm doing a lot of production beats, and I'm just freelance it and enjoy it now. Before I was really taking it seriously and to the point where I wasn't enjoying it anymore. You know what I mean? So now I actually enjoy it. I just make the music and put it out there, and I work with artists that want to enjoy the process and have fun doing it. And I think when you take the pressure off and you enjoy it, better music comes out of it, and
100.
Yeah, like for a few years it was just like grind, work with all these artists, and it was great, but it got to the point where it was almost burnout. And so now I work with maybe a dozen artists, and like I got a song out right now with Big O Meezy that we just put out, and it's doing pretty good in the Bay Area. And I'm just hoping one day that E40 goes, "Oh, why don't you tell him to send me a few beats?"
Yeah. Right.
I'm waiting for Meezy
for the link. Hello.
I've spent a lot of time and hung out with them, but I've never said, "Hey, can I make you a beat? Hey, can I make you a beat?" I just don't want to be all thirsty and shit. I don't want to. I really just want to.
I know.
As much as I want it so badly.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Because when they're your graduates, like when you're like homies with the legends or the celebs, like you don't want to ask them for shit like that. That's the last thing, because that's what everyone would do.
And even the track that I have right now, it's called Level 2021. It's a really uplifting. It's about hustling and grinding. It's a really dope track. Big O Meezy put it out. It's called Level 21. He actually sings the hook, and I ain't even lying. He sounds like fucking Nate Dogg.
Really?
I'm not even lying. Look it up. It's called Level 21. He sings the hook, and when I heard him, I called him. I'm like, "Yo, that's some fucking Nate Dogg shit right there, right?"
Yo, you'd be some.
And the funny thing is this:
go ahead.
he was working out, and he goes, one of your beats just popped up in my headphones. It was I guess it was downloaded, and I was like, what the fuck? This is dope. He didn't know it was my beat, but he heard the tag. I had a
Yeah.
tag, a 151 tag in there. And then he's like, so he hits me up. He goes, yo, I need to send me that beat, beef it up a little bit, and I want to do a joint to it. And he just released it about 4 days ago. And I was just like, I didn't say, yo, I got beats for you, man. Come on, come on. It just happened, it would happen naturally. And that's the thing. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to, like,
Yeah.
unless I really want somebody, I got to pay for their services. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. If it's really one of those, yeah, I got you. Nah, most definitely, bro. Nah, there was a couple things there. For one, you'd be surprised who could sing. Honestly, sometimes until you really get into that mic and you're like, most people, like, especially like the mandem, quote unquote, they're like shy about it because they're like, yo, it's not, I got to be hard at all times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yo,
Yeah.
Nate Dogg was that guy, bro. Nate Dogg was that dude, bro. Like when they got into beef and shit, they're calling up Nate Dogg, bro. Like you don't
Nate
remember
Dogg
Regulate,
Yeah.
dude, like he did hooks
He's the
for.
hard one in the track. Warren G got robbed and shit, and he's like, "Yo, I had to call my big homie now."
Yeah, no,
Like that's what the song's
there
about.
hasn't been a Nate Dogg since Nate Dogg.
I mean, but there's secret, bro. It's crazy though. A lot of people when they exert themselves, like there's certain artists out there. Like once you can rap lyrics and you're like your writtens are fire.
Yeah,
As soon as you learn like different melodies and styles and you're able to apply it, you can be a dope artist in different genres.
yeah,
I think personally.
yeah. Versatility, man.
Yeah. Right?
Versatility.
So
Yeah,
that's one thing I noticed about Van because y'all are really on the west side of Canada, but I never really see like the way they even take it in is once you're in Canada, it's this whole other thing. Right? But like for us, like I'm from Toronto, I lived in the States, so I know what's popping. I know like, okay, I'm like an hour and a half drive from Buffalo where I am.
mm-hmm.
So I'm closer to Buffalo than New York City. Like but it's like there's a big West Coast culture for you guys. Like when it comes to rap music and the West Coast rap music.
Well, the thing here is and I've always said this, that the identity of the sound,
Yeah.
like we do have some influence. There's some artists that really embrace the West Coast flavor and make songs very West Coast, right? But it's not like like Bay Area has a Bay Area sound.
They don't
Like
sound like Jazzy Fizzle. It's a Jazzy Fizzle production or
yeah,
nothing.
that's the thing. Vancouver's a melting pot. It has never really created its own identity. It's a mishmash of different.
Toronto.
You know what I'm saying? And
Toronto.
like Toronto is different. Toronto is very, very. I mean, this is
We're confused out here. We don't know what we are out here.
Oh shit!
Sometimes
but you
we're
guys have
black,
a major,
white,
major Caribbean influence, right?
Bro, there's white brothers out here, like Caucasian brothers, who will come up to us on block. And I'm not even saying the N-word or nothing, but they're gonna come up to us and be like, they're like, yo, wallahi, dog. I'm like, first of all, there's so many fucking question marks in that statement. But it's all good because that's how much, bro, it's because the Somalians are a huge portion of the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so because there's so many Somalians, like, wallahi, I swear to God, in Arabic becomes something that everyone in Toronto might be potentially say, like, hood guys on the block are like, yo, wallahi, that guy's a pussy, dog. Like, that's how they and I'm like, and this is a white brother, like,
yeah. It's I guess music has a big influence on how you represent yourself too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very and your surroundings. Like, so
Facts. No, I mean, I don't mean in the music itself, but I
Yeah,
mean like everybody I meet in Van, they're like, it's like they're fans of like the Cali music somewhat.
they are.
It seems like that's like very important to that. But I know the artist wise, like okay, Mocha only don't sound West Coast, like, but he sounds like a J, like the Dilla, and then he be singing like like some kind of, it's almost R&B like his hooks.
I find a lot of Vancouver rappers are very lyrically conscious. To them, lyrics are very, very, very important. There's a like I've been noticing that with a lot of the new artists that I've been doing shows with, and they
Yeah.
they 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 really take the craft of lyricism very, very seriously, right? And stage presence, performance, mic presence, all that. It's very, very, like I remember when we used to do shows back in the day, we would focus on a lot of other stuff like shit. We used to have props. We would have like a 6-foot bong on the stage. We would have like we had a motherfucking skunk. The label was called Drunk Skunk Entertainment. We had one of our homeboys in a skunk outfit wearing a hockey jersey, wilding out on stage, and
Oh,
everybody's jumping around and just having a party,
This is
and
what I'd
I'm
expect when I go to BC. So I better have giant bongs and hockey
no,
t-shirt,
people
hockey
don't do that,
jersey,
bro. People don't do that.
one wall.
I'm talking late '90s, early 2000s. We made sure that we had a stage presence and we entertained the fuck out of people. Like
oh,
it was dope. Like I used to even once in a while I used to play the drums while the homeboys were rapping. I'd go
yeah.
on and play the drums for a few songs and then go back on the turntables. So like we did a lot to entertain and stick out, and that was one of the main reasons why um, we got to open up. Every time there was a big act, people were like, the promoters were like, "Yo, you guys put on a dope show, so
Yeah.
we want you guys to open up." And we were blessed, man. I'm talking Snoop Dogg, Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm sitting in the back eating KFC and sipping on Moet champagne while Bone Thugs is performing. I'm back
Yo,
there, man. The fuck.
That's
And back
nah,
then there
nah,
was no
yo, it was
camera phones.
surreal
I don't
inside.
even have half of the footage when there was no phones to tape any of this shit, man.
for real.
Now,
Yeah, that's fucked, right?
Yo,
I used to take my camera. I used to take my camera
Nice.
with me, and like most of my pictures and most of my memories were taken on my little digital camera. And then,
We saying some
you know,
memories don't live like people do.
hey,
Yeah, man. Nah, yo, big yo, salute, brother. I like hearing about, especially the Canada mandem, or the Canada artists. Sorry, when I say mandem, it's a general terminology for people and them and us, and like I,
man, woman.
like yo, you don't know how many times I'll after I call like one of the homegirls, bro. And then I'm like, yo, I mean, my bad.
yeah.
I'm like, yo, chill, bro. Like, and then I'm like, oh, I'm my bad.
Yeah. It's just this lingo. It's the lingo.
Yeah. It's the same way the gal I'm out here in Toronto. They're like, yo, fam.
Oh shit. Yo, fam, what's this?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so what's popping? What's popping in
So
Toronto? What's new? Anything going? The lockdown's fucking
man,
everything up again.
man, Toronto. As my Caribbean parents would say, Toronto need too hard lash. Word. I wish I could take off my belt and beat Toronto a few times.
Yeah, for real.
Word. Nah, yo, I think like I always talk about this, and I don't try to shit. Like I said, I'm just realistic. I love being from Toronto. It made me who I am. I'm a very diverse person. Like I deal with every culture, every type of background of people. It makes me connected to the world. Same time, it's a lot of try hard shit because we live in Big Brother America's shadow, So
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
lot of try hard shit, and because of that, like yo, even real gangster dudes are moving on try hard time because they're like, they look to the media and American hip hop and shit like that to see like where they're supposed to be gangster and how they're supposed to be gangster, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, and then they look for the most ruthless shit because, you know, we're not only American gangster, we're Badman Yadi killers out here too. So it's a combo of I'm a Badman Yadi, or I'm supposed to be a Badman Yadi killer / I'm supposed to be, you know, B's and C's repping, you know what I mean, blasting Tekken. So when you're a youth, especially if you have a slight mental problem or, you know, like an affinity towards violence, if you know, you're gonna find, say, that those type of people are very easily influenced, and like they think it's like, I remember being a youth out here, like in my younger teens, even, like, and like, yo, all you wanted to do was be the hardest. And it's even worse for people who are not from the block. The other homies who are off the block and come like grow with us, those are the ones, bro. Sometimes we have like a white brother with us, and he's the fucking craziest. Like, he's got to outdo the gang. He's got to be more gangster than us because he's playing in that field. So he feels, say, that he's got to be like, he's always got to prove himself. They're like, you know, like he probably hears, "Oh, white boy" or whatever, and he's like, "Yo, who the fuck are you calling boy?" Like, you know,
Yeah.
like that type of shit, you know?
Yeah. Wow. That's
right.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
there's a lot of
I'm old now. I don't even see that shit anymore. I saw that shit 20 years ago,
you know
all
what I'm
day, every
saying. I'm
day,
not.
all day,
It's
every
been the
day.
same way. It's
Yo.
been the same
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
That's
It's
Uh,
just now they think it's not that. And
mm,
like, yo, you got to check them sometime and let them know, like, yo, you're running on like mentally crazy time right now. I hope you know that. Like, it's like, you don't have to live that. You don't have to create, like, this is not Chicago. Like, it wasn't since the 20s. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's been fucking crazy. Like, we're talking about, we're like, out here, we're trying to make it worse than what it is. And like, I don't really respect that, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. I
yeah, I mean,
respect people. I respect people. I respect artists. I love people, even if they're fucked. Like,
it's not as glamorous as it used to be now.
no.
was it ever though? Like, you
Oh,
know,
people are dying.
like, yo, a lot of
No,
people who
well,
were,
you
a
know
lot
what?
of people who were in the 80s.
Growing up, I wasted many years looking up to gangsters. You know,
A lie?
they ain't like most of them are not alive anymore, right?
That's
But
what.
even
So
just
they're either like
the
chronically addicted to
lifestyle,
hard
the
substances,
everything, the cars,
in the
the everything.
bin,
It's
Yeah.
just
or in the
times
grave.
times have changed. I mean, I can't speak for a 20-year-old now. What goes on in the mind of a 20-year-old now?
20,
But
fuck that. Yo, the youths are out here like 17. Yo, you gotta watch. Yo, those guys, they want to smoke the OGs. Yo, the
Yo.
yeah,
youths right now want to smoke the OGs. That's how their mentality is right now. It's
Oh,
fucked.
that's bad.
There's no order. There's no structure. It's just like, it's just all about if I'm the sickest. So like, Toronto, yo, bro. But that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes we gotta like drop a little one too. We don't gotta like kill it about this all the time, but
Yo.
sometimes I like drop a 1 2 because, like, I'm from out here. I'm from one of the blocks out.